I was so used to their chibis. Fantabelle kind of looks out of place on her shoulder. Oh, wait, there's the rest of his body. I didn't see it there at first. He was just a head. Did you stand up from the bushes? I stepped out without thinking, and only then realized my mistake. Despite the cold, I was sweating profusely. I felt like I was covered in dew. Well, nothing goes phases her, I guess. Were you out jogging? It's wonderful to stay in shape. What? Thankfully, someone would mistake him for shorts. Am I wrong? You are wearing a t-shirt and running shorts after all. Apparently, Yuriko-san had never seen boxers before. None of the girls have. Well, except for the few that have brothers. That's a charm school for you. But I was safe at least. Luckily. No, you got me actually. I like working up a sweat early in the morning. I agree with the practice, although I am a poor athlete myself. You must be exhausted after such a long workout. Here, take one. Thanks. Her innocent smile made me feel a little guilty about my lie. But there's no way around it. It's not like I was walking around dressed like this because I wanted to. Took one of the rolls. It was still slightly warm. Huh? Did you just bake this? Of course they have a bread baking club. Yes, I'm in the bread baking club. I was doing some early morning training of my own. Bread baking. Vincent has clubs like that? I was originally affiliated with a mission after all. Probably to feed the homeless. The homeless. What does that have to do with it? Bread is the Eucharist in holy matrimony? You got mail! Oh, just a minute. I received notification of an email and checked it. Mitsuki-san had given me permission to return. Phew, thank goodness. What is it? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about getting back to my room, actually. I feel even colder now. Maybe because of the sweat. And why is she out here at 5:30 in the morning? I just realized that. Then I will accompany you. I'm returning as well. Sure. As we walked, she explained how bread was the Eucharist in the Holy Mass. Oh. So it was kind of a... At the Last Supper, Jesus gave bread to his disciples, saying that it was his body. That's where the ritual came from. So he gave him his body parts, but his bread. It's weird. Wow, you guys have been seems to really know a lot about this stuff. We learned it in our classes. There are quite a few who call Jesus Christ as well. Huh? What does that mean? Christ is not actually a name. It means Savior. To call Jesus Christ is a profession of one's faith. And I had no idea. The more I know. And I hit my mic. Wow. I didn't know that. Yuriko-san had called him Jesus before. As we walked, I took a bite of bread. This is good. I haven't eaten much in the way of French bread before. Huh? What is it? I've never seen someone eat while walking before. Really? No one multitask? Oh. Is that bad manners? No, it isn't. But it is quite unusual. I guess it is. This may be a strange question, but... Yeah? Due to certain personal circumstances, I would like to learn more about men. Oh. Kind of an awkward thing to ask. Me too, but I don't think you're one of the girls we can date, sadly. Kinda want to hang out with that Panterbell though. So, I believe, given this opportunity, I'd like to know more about you, Messiah-san. Right. Well, of course. Well, this might seem strange too, but the only way I'll make it past the vote at the end of the term is if you all get to know me, so I'd be happy to tell you anything you'd like to know, Yuriko-san. Hi. Good. He smiled too. Then, if I may. Yuriko-san lowered her gaze, looking towards my cranial region. What are you looking at? My eyes are up here. Thank God that's all you want to know. I would like to know the brand of your running shorts. Is that alright? I think they're Uniqlo. And then when you walk into a store, you'll know. Uniqlo? I'll remember it. Please don't. I suppose this is where we part ways. Yeah. Thanks for the bread. Not at all. Bye, Panterbell. Panterbell, wait for me. Seriously, smart animal. It's like Rufus. Personal circumstances, huh? What did I do? Still, having a beauty like Yuriko wanting to know more about me wasn't exactly a bad feeling. You say all the women are beautiful. Yeah. So cold? I was running back to my room to take a nice warm shower. But on the way there... Oh! The bell for breakfast rang. Oh crap. I picked up speed, turned the last corner, my door was in sight, I went in for the last dash. But just then the doors open. No! Hopefully they're as unknowledgeable as Yuriko-san. Morning! Morning! The girls came out exchanging mild pleasantries. Amidst a group of smartly dressed girls, a single man in a t-shirt and boxers stood out of me. As soon as they texted you, should have ran there faster or something. Or at least told them to meet you at the teen spot and drop you off some pants. That's the least they could do. Wow. Now I'm thinking of that scene from Little Rascals. Oh! Blush girl number one. What is he wearing? Oh no, oh no, it can't be. Why would you throw an eraser? That's not gonna do much. Molester, idiot, pervert, never do well. Never do well. Ah! This is why I hate men! Ow, ow, ow! It's not my fault. Blaming the student council president. What's going on? I should stop getting the high voices. What's going on out here? What? One by one, the doors opened. The hallway developed into chaos. This was quickly getting out of control. They had started throwing things. It didn't hurt much, but and here I'm supposed to be getting off on the right foot with them. Instead, I was getting off on the worst possible foot. Take this! Take this! Indecent exposure! Peddling pornography! What the heck is that? Is it like a drive-by? Then they started accusing me of crimes I had never committed. Just as the attacks began to escalate, a calm voice rang through the hall. Stop this at once! The attack stopped immediately. Was it reset? No. Well, thank you for coming back. There is an explanation for all this. Stop it now, everyone. Thank goodness. Why is Let Tote Saware helping him? What could be the reason? I'm sorry, Masaya-kun. Look, he actually made Grand Flare apologize to him. That man. Blaming it on me again. In a moment's thoughtlessness, I forced him out of his room in his underwear. You were certainly fixated on your task. Was that sarcasm? What? I guess you were serious. Good character. Wait, what? Nothing. I'm sorry we chased you out of your room so early. Mitsuki whispered the words, gazed averted, then pushed my neatly folded pajamas into my hands. Our search did not reveal anything untoward. It was quite a relief to me. Oh, right. Glad to hear that. Well, then, salutations. Mariko-san clapped her hands and addressed the others. Now, everyone, get along to your rooms or the dining hall. Masaya-kun hasn't done anything wrong. This time. Keywords. The student council president's influence was formidable. The students immediately dispersed. During the break between classes, Rise-san was quick to scold me. Don't trust anyone. For heaven's sake, what were you thinking? Sorry. Everyone's talking about it. You weren't there, so you didn't see what it was like in the dining hall this morning. The baguette had filled me up, so I ended up skipping breakfast. How can you get full on bread? Oh well. It's always temporary. The whole school's in an uproar. Uproar. Can't speak. The whole school is in an uproar. Really, it's really quite incredible. Right. Sorry. Sombre scanner. Don't know what it means in French. Forgot what it means in Spanish. Sombre. Thinking hat, but it's probably not. Well, we're lucky that Sombre scanner wasn't there. At least, if this had ended up in the paper, I don't know what I would do. Oh. The newspaper girl, so Tammy. Yep, Tammy. Scanner of the Dark. Nogi Tammy's title. Wow. Sobri scanner?
報道部のエースのこと。その名も闇のスキャナーよ。
The news club's ace reporter. I mean scanner of the dark. Oh, Tammy-san. Her title suggests that little got by her.
それで一体どういうことなのかしら。情報が錯綜していてよくわからないのよ。
But what on earth happened? The information is so muddled, I don't know what to think.
もちろん私は痴漢なんて話は頭から信じていなくてよ。けど
I'm sure you're not really a molester, but yeah, that's not really what happened.
他にもマリカ様や美月さんが話に出てきたり、二人が何か関係あるの？
I've heard people talking about Marika-sama and Mitsuki-san as well. Do they have some part in this? Yeah. The classroom went quiet as people seemed to be listening in. I explained what happened.
なんだか奇妙な話ね。
Really? What a curious story. A little, but the student council president is concerned about my behavior, I guess. That's the feeling I got. She saved me in the end, though. She showed up and resolved the whole misunderstanding.
あなたもだいぶ人がいいよね。
You are truly naive. What do you mean?
なんでもないわ。
Nothing.
いやー、残念だったわ。
And she's listening in, of course. Man, what a bummer. And her hat kind of looks like Panther Bell. Was it designed after him? They might have like a knitting club or something. Or a sewing club. During our next break, Tommy-san came to visit. She stood by my desk, laminating.
まさかのスクープを鼻先で逃すなんて。ソンブルスキャナーの一名が草葉の陰で泣いてるわよ。
I can't believe I missed out on that scoop. I'm unworthy of the title Sombre Scanner. It wasn't so much of a scoop, you know. The truth of the matter was really mundane.
たとえ真実はたった一つでも、事実は書きようによってどうとでもなる。それが報道というものじゃないの。
Yeah. Even if there is only one truth, the facts can come out different in writing. That's what it means to be a reporter.
まあもちろんあえて捏造を書き立てるつもりはないし、マサヤさんを貶めようというつもりもないけどね。
Obviously, I wouldn't make things up, and I don't mean to make you look bad unnecessarily either, Messiah-san.
あくまで公正中立、不偏不当。それが我がラモード・コティディエンヌのモットーだもの。
Neutral and impartial, fair and balanced. That's the motto of La Mode Quotidienne, the school's daily newspaper. Oh yeah, I remember reading that. It means the fashion of the day. But they don't talk about fashion. Oh well. It's the name of the news club's newspaper?
そう、日々の流行といったような意味ね。
Yep, it means fashion of the day, or something like that.
今言ったことの証拠に、ほら、今日の新聞ではあなたのこと、色眼鏡なしに書いているわよ。
If you don't believe me, look at today's paper. It writes about you with no rose-colored glasses.
昨日のインタビューの記事ね。私にも見せて。
That's the interview from yesterday. I'd like to see it too. Was the text of my interview along with comments from Misa-san and others. It really was impartially written. I found nothing to complain about. My concern, though, was the matter of my family history. I had admitted to myself, so there was no use stressing over it now. But as Rise-san had said, I was not my father. Even if it made a bad first impression, as long as I put on a good face, they would forget about it eventually. I kept my faith in that. And it was all a lie. And I'm already halfway through chapter... It's lunch break now. I don't even remember what chapter I am on now. I think it should be on chapter 2, yeah. We had lunch at noon, then Rise-san and I headed for Maria Hall. We had gone there after class the day before as well. As for what we were doing there, it was the vote for a society leader. Where are we? Are we in heaven?
マリア館、生徒会と白百合会、紅バラ会の部屋がある建物なの。
This is Maria Hall. It houses the student council and the White Lily and Red Rose Society rooms. Wow, the atmosphere is totally different from the dorms and the campus building.
そうでしょうね。マリア館は昔からの建物だから。
I suppose it is. Maria Hall is one of the older buildings. So, what happens now?
さっき言った白百合会の会頭を決める投票。
There's no more members. As I said, we'll vote to choose the leader of the White Lily Society. Yutsu-san's gaze fell on her wristwatch.
投票時間は6時まで。マサヤさん、申し訳ないけど、終わりまで付き合ってくださる？
Voting ends at 6 o'clock. I'm sorry, Masaya-san, but could you wait with me until it ends? Sure. We passed through the doors and checked to see if anyone had come.
果たしてみんなが来てくれるかどうかはわからないけれど。
I don't know if any of them will come after all. They had all returned their arm ribbons to Rise-san. Those ribbons were proof of their participation in an association. They were a bit like membership badges. Returning them meant... What happens if they don't show?
白紙で委任ということになるわ。
Of course, since you're the only member now. I will win by default.
こちらが白百合会の部屋。どこも似たような作りだし、遊びに来るときは気をつけてくださいな。
This is the White Lily Society room. It looks identical to the Red Rose room, so you'll need to be careful when you come here. The room was deserted. Smack in the center of the room was a voting box that looked like the ones used in roller elections.
この箱を開錠する鍵を持っているのは先生だけなの。なかなか本格的でしょ?
Only the teachers have the key to this box. It's very official, don't you think? It really is.
番宣の一つの特徴として何かと投票が多いというのがあるわ。それで投票箱もこんなに立派というわけ。
The prevalence of votes is one of Vincent's defining characteristics. That's why the voting boxes are so grand.
では投票してくるわ。
Don't vote for yourself. Well, I'm going to vote. She wrote her name on one of the papers on the table, then slipped it into the voting box. The voting itself was effectively finished, but we decided to stay until 6 o'clock. In the end, not a single person came.
せっかくだし、中庭で食べましょう。お茶を入れてあげるわ。
Since we happen to be here, let's eat in the courtyard. I'll make tea. Thanks. I didn't even know you had a courtyard here. Yesterday, we had gone straight to the White Lily Society room, so I didn't know the building's layout yet.
マリア館は五角形をしているの。
Maria Hall is shaped like a pentagon. Risa-san drew a diagram in the air.
エントランスの両脇に白百合会と紅バラ会の部屋があるわ。
On the other side of the entrance are the White Lily and Red Rose Society rooms.
昨日部屋を間違えないようにと言ったのはそれもあるの。左右対称の右と左だもの。
That's why I warned you to be careful yesterday. You need to remember if it's the right or left room. The room we entered yesterday. Was it the right or the left? I don't actually remember.
左。こう覚えれば覚えやすいわよ。ユリはフランス語でリス。バラはローズ。ところで、英語の左は?
The left. Here's a way that you can remember. The word lily starts with L. So, which side is Lily on? Left?
そして右はライト。左ヒラメの右カレーみたいなものかしらね。
Right. And Rose is right. So just remember the first letter of the words. Got it. I understand.
他に倉庫と談話室、それから生徒会の部屋があるわ。まああまり用もないでしょうけどね。
There's also the storage room, the lounge, and the student council room. Though, you won't have much business there.